Yeah. Yes, I'm ready to treat this now for the mold. And what am I going to use? I went to the store. Kaboom. Zinser Mold Killing Primer. Kills existing mold, mildew, and odor-causing bacteria. And I got this at Home Depot. It was like $20, $29 a gallon, but I was initially going to get this stuff called Kilz, K-I-L-Z. And I thought, oh, that'll do, but it didn't say that it killed mold, mildew, and bacteria like this one. But, you know, he recommended, the guy at Home Depot at the paint department, he recommended this because it says mold killing primer. I think the Kilz would have worked just as well, but in any case, that's what I got. And I'm going to paint that. Yes, I'm going to paint it over all of the wood. All of the exposed wood that I sprayed initially with the Clorox, with the bleach. Now I'm going to put this Zinser mold killing primer. Okay? And could I have put that over the wood directly without doing the bleach? Yeah, probably. But I wanted to try the bleach, and I think the bleach worked really good. It got all the stuff out of there. This primer's going to stick really good. And whatever the bleach did not kill, this primer is going to kill. So I'm going to do this whole area. And I'm even going to get up inside here. I'm going to paint, yeah, I'm going to paint all this. Even the tar paper. I'm just going to go ahead and paint right over the tar paper. And also the ceiling, this over here, everywhere that I've cut stuff getting ready to patch, I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to do this whole area underneath the stairs. But right now, I put some construction adhesive on all the cracks and around the sides and edges and stuff. That's going to keep these steps, it's going to make them a lot sturdier, and it's also going to keep them from creaking, you know, squeaking and stuff like that. And so when I get done painting everything else, then I'll get in here. I'll have to move all this stuff and paint over there. But I'm down in the pit, and I only have so much room to work with, and I didn't have many things. And so I went to the paint store, and to get up in that column, I thought, how am I going to get up there? And I was thinking I was going to have to rebuild that platform, but I thought, no. Well, and then I would do the roller, and then I would use this paint bucket. This was only like $4. It's even got a cool little magnet thing here, where this is a throwaway paintbrush. That's metal right there. You just set it right on there like that. And this is not designed to hold like that. It's designed to go up like that as you're painting, because your hand's going to get really tired. And see, here's a picture of it right there. It cracked me up. I saw some guys once, they were holding it like this for half a day, and I said, your wrist's probably pretty sore, isn't it? And he says, yeah. And I said, you want me to show you a better way? And he goes, how? And he handed it to me, and I just went like that, and his eyes got big, and he thought, oh yeah, that's what I should do. And so I'll use that. I might use that for underneath the stairs or something, but or later on I've got some paint touch-up to do up at the ceiling inside the house, and this is going to work out perfect, because now I can just dip and paint, and I can set that there. I thought that was pretty slick with that, but I'm not going to use that for today. But I am going to use this throwaway paintbrush. It was only $1.15 or so. They have these in inch, inch and a half, 2 inches, 3 inches, and I think even 4 inches. And I got just a little roller and it came with the roller cover, and this is a 4-inch. And see, it just pulls on like that. You just push it on. There's little deals on the inside. And how am I going to get up there? I didn't have to buy an extension pole. Kaboom. This is the broom that I have in the garage. And you just unscrew it and screw it in there. There's my extension pole. Okay. And I'll you know, for right now, what I need the extension pole for doing this over here, you could do it up here like this if you want, and I might do a little bit of both. I might get up there like that for a little bit, and then I might stand back further, because that spits. After a while, you do this, and it gets all on your hand and everything. And so, more than likely, I'm going to keep it on here, and I'm going to dip, and I'm just going to stand back and get as much as I can with this. Whatever I can't reach, I'll dip in there with my paintbrush and go along in there. Okay? So, what else did I get at the paint store? You might have seen something else. Well, I got this little dealy bobber. So after you take your paint lid off, I just put that on there like that, and then it helps pour it. And I try to do it on the back side so I keep the name clear, and then I pour it from that side. And when you're at the paint store, ask them for some paint sticks. They'll give them to you for free. And I even said, hey, do you got a paint can opener? Do you still give those away for free? He looked around and then he handed me this. You can buy these, or you can just ask for them, and more than likely they'll give them to you. I always like using this rather than a screwdriver or something to get this out. And on the paint tray, Momi had this metal paint tray. And usually I like a little bit heavier plastic ones, and then I put plastic inserts in like this. That way I don't ever have to wash this out, and I can just take this, wipe it down, and I don't even clean this. I just let everything dry, and then I'll put the next paint in there after it dries. And after I do it 3 or 4 times, I could peel the whole thing out in one go, usually. So I thought she only had one tray, but sometimes, see, here's 2. They're very thin, but that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to pour the paint in there, dip and roll, dip and roll. Okay? Pretty simple to do this project. Okay? You can do it. I know you can. And I'm all set up for it. I put my same little overall thing on that I got at Home Depot for like less than $10, because I use that when I sprayed the Clorox. And usually I don't use anything when I paint, but I'm doing this just for your benefit, and also when I get up in that column, I'm gonna have to be looking up, and paint might kind of come down, so I'm gonna wear my goggles. And then I've just got my t-shirt, and I put my t-shirt inside out, so if I get any paint on it, I can wash it off. So I just roll it like one time. Because I usually wear my hat, but I'm like, I don't want to get any paint on it. Then it's a pain to get the paint off. Just tie it on there like that. Okay. And I'm ready to go. I've got a dust mask here too. And if paint smell starts bothering you, you can put a little dust mask on, but I'm very well I was going to say insulated, but I have all kinds of air here, and I'm going to be fine. All the fumes are going to go up, and I won't have any problem at all doing this project. Let's do it. Now, do you have to be a professional painter to do this project? Heck no. Anyone can do this, okay? And if you've never done it before, that's okay. There's always a first time, right? Ooh, where am I going to put that? I should have had them when I was at the paint store. this was on the shelf, and I should have had him put it in his mixer and run it through there for a few minutes, but I forgot. And that's usually a good thing to do. Then you don't have to sit here and mix it and mix it and mix it, but you know, it's okay. Before I get it all on that lip, I'm just going to go ahead and put this thing on. Come on. Boy, I don't have a very sturdy area here, do I? As I spill the whole gallon. Come on. Okay, there it goes. This little deal is brand new, so it took a little bit, because then I can wipe off on the side of that and dump it. And see, once you get it, you can do touch up right out of here and just, you know, wipe on that edge. I don't like to get this edge with too much paint on it. But then if I do get some on there, I make sure to clean all that off before I put the lid on. Because if you don't, your lid, depending on how long you have your paint can, you might pull your lid off and the lid might have rusted on there, and you pull it off and it's real hard to get off. Your lid's all rusty and you're like, how'd that happen? Okay, I'm going to keep mixing this and I'll be right back. Takes a few minutes. Keep mixing.